Bleach is a popular manga written by Tite Kubo. Bleach is commonly the most hated out of the big three, despite how good sections of it may be. The problem with Bleach is how repetitive the arcs become after the Soul Society. Here is my solution to that problem. For Agent of Shinigami arc, it will mostly be the same except for an extra hollow. Orihime's dad will become a hollow and it will be revealed that Orihime was abused by her father when she was a kid. Orihime and Ichigo will fight the hollow together, and at the end, Orihime forgives her father, and Ichigo cleanses his soul. The changes are parts from the one-shot that I thought would make this arc more interesting. The first additional arc will be the Hell Tournament arc. A corrupted Shinigami and former squad captain in Hell threatens to come out and destroy Karakura City. Rukia is given a mission to prevent this, so Ichigo and company train with Kisuke in order to go to Hell and stop the Shinigami. Here, Ichigo learns how to use Getsuga Tensho and the others gain new abilities. They go to Hell and are forced to fight in a tournament against Hollows. During battles, Ichigo meets Zangetsu, trains with him, and comes out more powerful like in the original Soul Society arc. After Team Ichigo wins the tournament, the Shinigami shows up and Team Ichigo clash with him and are able to kill him before he escapes from Hell. Because Bleach was inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho, I decided that taking inspiration from it and giving it a Bleach twist for my original arcs would be reasonable, because Bleach arcs were too formulaic and repetitive. This arc is inspired by the Dark Tournament saga. I put this arc before the Soul Society arc, so that other characters can get more battles and screen time. I gave Ichigo the Getsuga early because the tournament wouldn't be interesting without it. It also takes place in Hell because that was something introduced and never explored in the canon story. Next is the Soul Society arc. This arc plays out similarly. Renji has to put up more of a fight because Ichigo has Getsuga and Uryu also has new abilities. Rukia is taken and Ichigo loses like normal. The heroes train again and gain even more abilities with Kisuke. Ichigo learns his true Shikai that has something to do with water or rain. Uryu masters his Let's Steel. Chad gains his completed form of his arm and El Directo. Orihime learns new techniques with Shun Shun Rika. Because Ichigo has his true Shikai and Getsuga, the fights will go down differently, but the outcomes will remain the same. Chad's fight against Shinsui will be more intense and Chad will force Shinsui to use his Shikai, but still lose. When Ichigo trains with Yoruichi, he will unlock his water/rain related Bankai, and will learn Shampo and fight against Byakuya. Ichigo's Bankai will still change his physical appearance. Renji's Bankai will be more blade-like and reminiscent of his Shikai's powers of stretching and being telepathically controlled when separated. He will give Byakuya more of a challenge but still lose. The fight between Ichigo and Byakuya will be different, but the result will be the same. Ichigo will still use the Hollow mode, but it won't be related to Visored. It will be completely unique to him, since one of his Zanpakuto is a Hollow. Instead of Aizen messing with creating a Rancor, Aizen is forming a team of Spirit Warriors, humans who have managed to control their spirit energy and use them in a unique way after encounters with Hollows. This is like a substitute for Fullbringers, and Chad and Orihime are revealed to be Spirit Warriors. Rukia is left in the Soul Society and Renji is sent to assist the humans. I gave Ichigo his Shikai early because Getsuga was already learned. The Shikai is changed to a theory of James Hansen that I supported. Because his original Shikai is boring and has no abilities, anyone can use Getsuga. I completed Chad's arm early because he didn't really gain anything from the training, and it would allow him to put up a better fight that isn't so boring that it needed to be skipped. Orihime learns new abilities because I felt her original ones were very limited. Ichigo's Bankai is different because his Shikai is also different, but he will still have speed because that made his battle against Byakuya cool. I changed Renji's Bankai because it didn't correctly represent a stronger version of his Shikai. The Spirit Warriors is for the next arc. The next arc will be called the Substitute Shinigami arc. Kugo Ginjo is the leader of Aizen's team of Spirit Warriors, Execution. Execution is a team of Spirit Warriors trained by Ginjo and Aizen to be as powerful as a Shinigami lieutenant. When Ichigo returns to the living world, he and the team are out slaying Hollows when Ginjo interrupts them. Ichigo gets into a short fight with Ginjo. Ginjo uses his spirit powers against Ichigo, and Ichigo fights back with his Shinigami powers. But when Ginjo uses his Shinigami powers along with his spirit ones, revealing that he was a former substitute Shinigami, Ichigo is outmatched. After Ginjo and his team leave to another city, Ichigo decides to find out if he can become a spirit warrior and a Shinigami at the same time. Chad and Orihime help Ichigo unlock his spirit powers while Kisuke trains Renji and Ichigo to become stronger Shinigami. Oryu regains his Quincy powers and gets his Ginrei Kojaku. Chad gets his defensive form of Brazo Derecha de Gigante and new spirit powers. Orihime learns to defend herself with a melee weapon. Renji gets better at using Kido and Hakuda. After training, the team goes to Naruki City to look for Execution. Ginjo allows Ichigo to find him and the team chases Ginjo. Falling into Execution's trap, Ichigo and the team allow Orihime to be captured by a spirit warrior. Meanwhile, in the Soul Society, Aizen is wreaking havoc with an army of high-class hollows. The Soul Society will fight back and try to apprehend Aizen. Once Ichigo and his team relocate Ginjo and Execution, they chase them around the city in an attempt to defeat them and get Orihime. Execution is planning on keeping Orihime as their healer for bigger plans. The members of Execution are taken down one by Ichigo and his team. Rukia also comes back to the human world with her Shinigami powers restored, and she helps Ichigo's team. Ichigo meets Ginjo and the two fight, now both with Shinigami powers and Spirit Warrior powers. During the fight, Ichigo masters his Spirit Warrior powers, and with them and his Bankai, he's able to defeat Ginjo's Bankai. Ichigo takes back Orihime after the fight. Back in the Soul Society, Aizen takes down most of the Shinigami, but leaves them alive to challenge them to defeat him, disappearing from the Soul Society. I kept the previous substitute Shinigami because Yu Yu Hakusho also had a previous spirit detective. This arc is inspired by the chapter Black Saga. I also created the Spirit Warrior to justify Chad and Orihime's powers. I had Renji replace Rukia for multiple reasons. The first is so that Rukia can stay in the Soul Society and regain her Shinigami powers. The second is so that Renji and Ichigo's rivalry can continue. The third is so that he can stay relevant, destroying the Piccolo effect. I gave Ginjo his Shinigami powers to make him more of a threat. Ichigo becoming a Spirit Warrior is to keep the idea of Ichigo gaining powers from all races. Rukia returning after regaining her powers is to keep her spot as a main character. Orihime getting captured and saved by Ichigo is to deepen their relationship and reflect the chapter Black Saga. Aizen causing trouble in the Soul Society is to prepare for the next arc. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.